Welcome everyone to Don't Study English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Lisa. It's great to be back with you all.
Today, we've got a really fun topic. It's something I think everyone loves to do, or at least loves to dream about doing.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
We're talking about travel, exploring new places, trying new food, meeting new people.
I love it. I've been bitten by the travel bug for sure. It's that feeling, the excitement of planning a trip and finally getting on that plane or train.
Exactly. So today, we're going to share some of our travel experiences, talk about different kinds of travel, and maybe even give some tips for our listeners who want to travel to an English-speaking country.
So, Mike, where was the last place you traveled to?
The last big trip I took was to the national parks in Utah in the United States. It was incredible. Just huge open landscapes, red rock canyons. It felt like being on another planet.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I've seen pictures. Did you do a lot of hiking?
Oh, absolutely. We hiked every day. The best part was waking up early to see the sunrise over the canyons. The colors were just unbelievable.
I can imagine. So peaceful.
It really was. What about you, Lisa? What's a dream destination for you? A place you've always wanted to go?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There are so many places, but I think number one on my list right now is Japan.
Japan. Nice choice. What draws you to it?
I just think the culture is so fascinating. The mix of ancient temples and traditions right next to super modern, futuristic cities like Tokyo. I'd love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the food. I really want to try authentic ramen from a tiny little shop and go to a real sushi restaurant, not the stuff we get here.
The real deal. I get that. For me, food is at least 50% of the reason I travel.
Exactly.
It really is. And that brings up a good point. People travel in so many different ways. Are you more of a plan every detail kind of traveler or a go with the flow type?
That's a great question. I think I'm a bit more of a planner. I like to have a general itinerary, Like on Monday, we'll visit this museum. On Tuesday, we'll explore this neighborhood. It helps me feel less stressed and make sure I see the main things I want to see.
Right.
What about you?
I'm somewhere in the middle. I like to have my flights and my first couple of nights accommodation booked.
The essentials.
Exactly. But after that, I like to leave some room for spontaneity. Sometimes the best things happen when you don't have a strict plan. You might hear about a cool little town from a local and decide to go check it out.
That makes sense. Okay, related question. Are you a light packer or do you bring your whole wardrobe?
I try to be a light packer, I really do. I aim for just a carry-on suitcase, but it doesn't always work out that way.
I feel you. I always overpack. I bring outfits for every possible situation. What if we go to a fancy dinner? I'll need this dress. What if it suddenly snows? I'll need these boots. It's ridiculous.
My problem is gadgets. I bring my camera, different lenses, a tripod, my laptop. It adds up quickly.
It really does. But okay, let's shift gears and give some practical tips. For our listeners who are learning English, traveling to an English-speaking country can be a bit scary.
Yeah, but it's also the best way to practice.
Totally. So let's start with asking for directions. You can't always rely on your phone's GPS.
True.
A simple and polite way to start is, "Excuse me, can you help me?" Then you can ask, "How do I get to the train station?" Or, "Where is the nearest bathroom?"
Where is the bathroom is probably the most important phrase in any language.
For sure. Another big one is ordering food. This can be intimidating.
Right.
A simple way to order is to say, "I'd like," or "Could I have," and then just point to the item on the menu if you're not sure how to pronounce it. So, I'd like the cheeseburger, please.
And always add please and thank you. Politeness goes a long way.
Yes, absolutely. Also, don't be afraid to ask people to repeat something or speak more slowly. You can say, I'm sorry, I'm learning English. Could you please speak a little slower? Most people will be very happy to help.
That's a fantastic tip. People are usually very friendly and patient. One more thing I'd add is about money.
Oh, good one.
When you're paying for something, you can ask, how much is it? Or how much does this cost? And if you're not sure about the coins and bills, just hold out your hand with some money and they will usually help you pick out the right amount. Don't be embarrassed about it.
That's great advice. It's better to ask for help than to get confused.
So, speaking of getting confused, do you have any funny travel stories? Maybe a time you got lost or had a language mix-up?
Huh, I definitely do. A few years ago, I was in London and I was trying to get on one of the famous red double-decker buses.
Okay.
I saw my bus number coming, so I stood at the bus stop and waited. The bus just drove right past me. I was so confused.
Oh no.
A very nice older woman at the stop saw my confused face and explained that in London you have to stick your arm out to signal the bus driver that you want them to stop. You have to hail the bus. I had no idea.
That's such a specific local custom. It's the little things you never think about.
Exactly. What about you?
I have one from Italy. I was trying to buy train tickets from a machine, and I proudly bought what I thought were 2 tickets to Rome. My wife looked at them and started laughing. It turns out I had bought 1 child's ticket for the next day and 1 senior citizen's ticket to a completely different city.
No, that's hilarious.
We had to go explain my mistake to the ticket agent. He was very kind, but definitely amused.
Those stories just show that mistakes happen, and usually it all works out, and it makes for a good memory.
For sure. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope you enjoyed our chat about traveling. Speaking of different travel styles, what are your thoughts on solo travel? Have you ever done it?
We'd love to hear your travel stories or your dream destinations. You can always find us on our social media channels.
Thanks for listening to Don't Study English. We're here to help you learn English in a fun and natural way.
That's right. Join us next time for another conversation. Until then, happy travels!
Bye, everyone.